Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her. We are San Diego's LGBTQ pop culture podcast. I am your host, Tony. I'm here with my other host.
I'm Daddy Bear Eric.
Wait, let's see. Oh, I have your... Oh, there he is. Okay. And...
Bryn, I'm also a host.
I was looking at the names. Oh, Bryn's name is all messed up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're here for another week. Let me fix your name while I have you on.
One more week.
For one more
And then
week.
we're done.
And then who
you
knows?
guys, then we're
Done.
done. That's it.
No
New
one knows
announcement.
what
No,
the
I'm
world-
kidding. Yes. Oh, this is what I was going to say. No, I forgot what I was going to say.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. True story.
That's what I was going to say, actually.
7 strangers. Yeah.
Pick to live in a lock.
Yeah. Eric is back this week.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Can we just say really quickly that we were joking about this offline?
Yeah.
And Eric said 7 strangers picked to live in a lock.
Lock.
And I thought because you pick a lock, and then
Okay.
all these years, this
How
has been
many
like,
years has, and this is real world,
yeah,
has been on, you've seen
It's
this.
probably been 25 years.
Wait,
right?
in this
Yeah.
whole time, you thought they said a lock.
Yeah.
Logically, how are 7 people gonna fit in a lock? Explain the logic.
Well, because I
to
thought
me.
they were like all contained
Like,
and
locked
like
in there.
forced to live with each other. Yeah, locked in.
You thought that they just didn't finish the sentence. Like, pick to live in a locked house.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Or you thought they said pick to live in a locked loft.
No. Loft
I was trying
never.
to give you
I don't think I knew what a loft was when
Wait, are
that,
we
when
right,
that
though?
show came out.
We're right. It is a loft, but none
Okay.
of them were living in lofts. They
No.
were beautiful. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
the
They were
first
beautiful
one
Maybe the
was
apartments.
first one was a loft.
in
Yeah.
New York, but the
Yeah.
rest of them
Oh.
were mansions.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was one
Or
in
a
San Diego.
suite and
Oh yeah, with Freddie.
Oh,
Fire
yeah.
poles.
Yeah, I remember that. But
Memory.
Mister, you were gone last week. Why?
Yeah, I was in Puerto Vallarta
Because
for my
it was your what?
birthday.
Wait, where's my birthday music? Hold
I
on,
don't
I
know.
have Mexican birthday
Oh,
music.
yes.
I'll find it.
You-
Keep talking. Oh,
yeah,
there
okay.
it
you
is.
guys went, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Exactly
your
like
birthday.
this.
Is that how it sounded?
Yeah.
That's so bad.
It's your birthday.
Exactly like
So wait, your birthday was actually on the 9th.
It was on the 9th. It was on Monday. So I went out on Thursday, back on Monday on my birthday. We had 3 nights of partying. I tried to destroy my liver. Like I was, on
So
one
let's
night.
just clear. You and Mrs. Cesar
Yeah.
went. Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't partying by yourself.
Was not. We went everywhere that was in the romantic zone, which is the gay area of Puerto Vallarta.
Wait, they put the romantic zone in the gay part?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what it's
God.
called.
Yeah. Straight people aren't having a romance.
Yeah. And so
That was
it's
bitter. Okay, go ahead.
it's really fascinating because it is a huge gay community and probably the gayest city I've ever been to in my life. And granted, I lived in San Francisco. It is gayer than San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah. It's just big. There's like lots of bars, lots of restaurants, lots of everything, and it's just spread out, and every corner you go to is like gay friendly. So
Wow.
or gay
Awesome.
itself, which is really cool.
Okay.
Downside of it is there's a lot of Americans.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's a lot of Americans. And so that was kind of
how many?
yeah,
A lot.
exactly. So it was hard for me to feel at moments that like I was on vacation somewhere else because I just felt like
Oh,
You were
it was
in the
that
United
it was
bad.
that bad.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Really?
and I didn't feel like I was. So we would eventually find some bars that we'd go to that was a lot more local and like playing music in Spanish. And so then I started having fun. But when I was at the bars and a lot of the gay bars too, that were just there were so many Americans. I was like, oh, I just feel like I'm in Hillcrest. Like why?
Oh,
why
that
did
was-
I
Play
go
American
there?
music.
They played a
and-
lot of
Oh,
American
okay.
music. It's
Yeah.
all like Kesha and Britney and all those things.
So they were catering to their audience. Okay.
very much.
So it
yeah.
felt like you were out here, or like in
Right.
New York, or one of the
Right.
other metro cities,
right,
like
like I was in
Chicago
LA or
yeah.
something.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, so that was kind of weird. But then we found our places that we went to.
Yeah.
There was one place, I think it was called Paco's Ranch, which was really fun.
Love it.
They had this
Love
amazing
it.
drag show where the drag queens were just crazy. One of the cool things about seeing drag in that part of Mexico is that like I kind of laugh because our drag queens complain about doing like 2 or 3 numbers.
Yeah.
They do like 6 in a row. They don't even rotate. They're 6 in a row.
They're
What?
just out there.
And they
Like
take
one drag queen does six numbers at it.
6 numbers
Like a mega
in a
mix
row.
or like
no
legit?
individual, and they take requests.
Oh,
They
wow.
actually
What?
ask the audience what
What do you-
song they want to
Any
perform
costume
to.
changes?
So we were doing one, and
No, I'm talking about the drag queen.
yes,
Okay,
no.
okay.
So we were
I
at
think
one.
maybe you guys
and then
were having
we,
costume
no, we
changes.
raised our hand to like
Yeah.
have a song. There's a song by Anita called "Involver," which the video is super sexy and
Yeah.
like it's a beautiful song. And so we requested it, and she basically in Spanish was like, "I hate you guys. Like that. I'm so tired. Like I don't want to do
Oh,
it right
she's
now."
tired of
Yeah,
it.
and she's
Okay,
joking.
okay.
She's like,
Yeah.
"I got to go change for this song." So she like they don't change, but she like went backstage. The DJ played a song.
Yeah.
She came back out, gave us a dirty look, and did an amazing performance, like exactly like the video.
Oh,
Of course,
wow.
you and Cesar
Yeah.
picked the one song that she has to go change
Yeah.
for. It would be
Yeah,
you two.
It would be you two.
Yeah.
Bastards. Where did you guys stay?
So the first 3 nights we stayed at
Not covering
this
your mouth.
very like local boutique, small little hotel, which was really
Yeah.
cute. It was very sweet. And then the last night we stayed at Almar, which is the super big gay resort.
Okay.
And it
The
was
super big gay resort.
yeah,
Big
Yeah.
gay.
big gay. And that's where they have Mantamar, which is the beach club, this
Oh,
where
okay, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
goes and parties. And so it was interesting staying there. The things that I thought I'd like, I didn't, and the things
Like-
I
what?
so Mantamar, Mantanamar. I don't know. I say it wrong. Anyways, that place. It was just I don't know. It was loud. Maybe I'm old. Maybe.
What
it
do you
was
mean
just-
maybe? You are. No, you're not.
I thought I would like that a lot, and it turns out I didn't. I liked the pool because it's a day pool
Yeah.
area. I liked the pool to the hotel because it was a little
That's
more
fine.
chill, a little more relaxed.
Was
Brooklyn
it-
Heights was there.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
From
she
RuPaul's
Oh, yeah,
Drag
from
Race Canada.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was there. We saw another drag queen from Lama Straga, Aisha.
Ooh, okay.
She was there. So yeah, it was
Okay.
There was a lot happening there. Yeah.
Okay. Would you
fun.
recommend staying there?
I would. I actually think it's a great place to stay because you can have the nightlife there and you can be relaxed. It's very gay friendly.
And it was was it in the middle of the city or kind of outside?
No, it's kind of on the outside.
Okay.
But the view, it's on the water. The views are gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. Everyone goes to the day club. So if you want to go out, you're walking with everyone else to go back
I
that
like
way
that,
anyways.
where it's sort of like a mat, like everyone's going. Not that
Yeah.
it's like super crowded, but you sort of feel safer, I guess, if
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, it's like a day trip and,
And-
everyone's going.
And there's little bars along the way. Like our first hotel was next to this slushy bar, and literally everyone was
Like 7-Eleven slushies.
but
with
alcohol,
alcohol.
yeah. And everyone from the day club stops there on their way back to go change or to go out for the
Oh,
night.
gotcha.
And so it was a great corner to just like sit and people watch because
That's so
some
nice.
people are like
A mess.
trashed and drunk and hungover and yeah.
Who?
We saw Abisai.
Oh, Abby. Okay.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what that text was about. I was
Yeah.
like, this is weird.
Yeah, he was there. He was actually on our flight. So
Oh, he
small world.
was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So we hung out with him for a little bit.
Okay, how is?
He's
We'll
doing
talk about
well.
that
Yeah.
off
We
there.
like talking about
He don't listen to the show.
I will say the other kind of negative that was really hard for me to get out of my head, and I'm gonna get a little real here, is it's the older guys, and I'm not like saying I'm saying like 60s, 70s, like
Oh, okay.
with the like 20-year-old escorts.
Yeah.
Escorts.
Escorts.
Oh, okay.
And there's
Nothing
a
wrong
lot
with sex work.
no,
it's
no, no,
work.
no. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it just made me
What?
it made me feel like that the Americans were taking advantage
Of the local.
of the locals, and that made me and it was
Oh,
it was
I see what
hard
you mean.
it was hard for me to like let go of that because I would get in my head about it because it's so in your face there. It is so in your face.
Like it's just a bunch of older gay men going there, getting an escort there,
Yeah.
entertain them for the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to this one really, really upscale
Why does that
bar.
bother you?
Because I felt bad for the locals. Like this is, and it's a choice. Like they chose to do it, but I just felt like, oh, they're being taken advantage.
I understand, like, you just don't want it to be like a currency. And there's nothing wrong with sex work, but you
No,
don't want it to
no.
be like, hey, we go into town, we go to the slushy bar, we get an escort, we get a slushie, and then
Yeah.
they're more like an ornament or something.
Mhm.
And then, these, regular opportunities that they would have aren't there because they're coming in and then they're seeing this, sort of influx. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that, because you want them to come in and infuse the local economy in a way that's like giving people job opportunities and making it.
But isn't they getting job
you're
by
right,
being
you're right.
escorts?
Yeah, you're right. I get what you're saying though,
Yeah.
where it feels like they're coming in and taking advantage
Yeah.
of the local population in a way that's not,
Yeah.
Yeah. I see
It
what you're
was
saying.
it was hard to get out of my head, and
Okay.
I got very. I would have moments where I'd feel very self-reflective about all of it happening. Like literally, like midnight in the middle of a club. Like
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about it. So
About
their situation and like how like the structure of all that work. Like I'm literally in my
Wow,
head,
okay.
not letting go of it.
And I really think that there is a difference between sex work, and I mean, not even everywhere in the United States, but in places where all things are equal. Like if you're on OnlyFans, or if you are a person who's able to do sex work on your own terms, because that's something that you choose,
Yeah.
as opposed to people who are in more like fringed populations
Yeah.
or people that might not be as protected, who are sort of more, I don't want to say coerced into it, but there are people who choose to do sex work, and that's great, and they get to do it on their own, and it's regulated, and there are protections in place for them. And then there are, sort of areas of the world where people are not protected,
Yeah.
and if something were to go poorly, I don't think like a 70-year-old rich white man is going to get in trouble. If he were to hurt someone locally, he would just
Yeah.
get on a plane and leave.
Yep.
And there's really no recourse for them. It's
That you know of.
That I know of. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm speaking not
Yeah.
out of my
I would
ass.
love if we do have anybody that actually lives in Puerto Vallarta and is part of that.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to them and get their side of it.
Yeah.
Because maybe to them they see white Americans coming over and it's like, well, we can take advantage of this situation. And maybe it's one of those things where
It's a White Lotus situation.
where it's maybe they're the ones holding the power and we're just so used to seeing this on media and
Yeah.
how it's portrayed. So we have a very, very strong viewpoint on it because of how America media
Yeah.
shows that kind of relationship or sex work in general.
Well, even
where
how
maybe coming from somebody that actually works there, they're probably like, oh
Yeah.
no, it's the opposite.
Well,
We're taking advantage
and even
of
how
you.
sex work in the U.S. is portrayed, and
Yeah.
maybe it's just less acceptable here than it is in
Yeah.
an area like that.
Yeah.
I will say there was a lot. I mean, there were a lot of massage places, which I'm assuming were like escort places.
Yeah.
And at one point, I walked back from the gym, which was probably like 5 blocks by myself, and I was asked like by maybe 8 people like to stop in and
Oh.
and like
Yeah.
trying to get me to go in, and it just it felt like a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was very different from anywhere else I've ever visited.
Really?
Yeah. So
But have you been to Puerto Vallarta before?
I've
or no?
not since I was
Oh.
7. So
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I haven't been since I was a kid. So I've
Okay.
been to lots of different places in Mexico. I usually don't go to Puerto Vallarta because I like the Caribbean water
Yeah.
a little better.
What okay, so besides that, what were some of the most positive that you enjoyed about
Yeah, we yeah. Yeah.
the food?
The food was fantastic. That was
Yeah.
great. We went to this one really upscale bar called Code. And they had an acrobatic dancer that was spinning around, and
Like on
it
the
was
silks, like
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Was
Was it the waitress? Like that's how she comes and drops off your wine. She
Oh my God, I
extends
love
from the ceiling.
I
Pours
loved
it's pink.
It's pink. It's just pink, and that's how she gets her practice
Yeah.
in. She just pours her
Right.
rosé. and
Yeah,
slides
back up on the silks. I would actually love that.
I would
Yeah, I
love
would
that.
too. They probably offer that package, I'm
They
sure.
do.
And then I loved a lot of the performances. Like they did an entire JLo performance, and there's a whole set of backup dancers that do it with them that
That's
are
so cool.
fully
Wow.
choreographed. There was another group. It was something I'd never seen before. Was it the Starboys? The Starboys, and it's 5 male dancers that dance to songs. So they came out doing the first one
Naked?
was no,
Oh,
but like
man.
in like
Why bother?
tight clothes and tight shirts.
Do they come off?
They do. They like dance and like do lap dances.
What's the
and-
point? No, I'm kidding.
But they did. What's his name? Who's on the? Sorry, I'm terrible with names. He's on the new Real
Wives?
No,
The Friends
the
of
gay
We
one.
Have.
Oh, who cares?
The one,
Hall?
Todrick Hall. They
I
did
hate
the
that guy.
Todrick Hall
Oh, okay.
song with the
Ew.
heels.
Yeah,
But it was really cool.
Okay.
It was really. I've never seen anything where it was like,
The production value
Yeah.
is like
yeah, and
That's
the
nice.
timing of their dancing was just incredible.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
So it was fun.
well,
There
I
was
mean, it's so cool to have like an outlet like that, you know, in a place where you can like go and see it, and then they get to put on a show. That's very cool.
yeah, and there was so many shows. There was just there's so much going on everywhere. It was really fun.
And it was busy.
It was so busy. It was
How was the weather? Because it was
weather
raining
was
here.
beautiful.
Ugh,
It was
hot?
gorgeous. 85 degrees,
Doesn't that
humid.
sound
Love it.
nice?
Yeah. We did have the high tide, which was happening here as well. They
Yeah.
had it there as well. So there were some days where they wouldn't put out beach chairs because the tide was so high.
Oh.
Were you afraid, just like White Lotus, that you were going to go on your last day into the water and find a bunch of
Bodies
murdered
everywhere.
by gays?
No,
Murder.
but I did
These
say
gays, they're
you
trying
can
to
do
murder
this.
me."
You can do this.
So I went to this thing yesterday. I did.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Shut up. You like that, Lena? That was horrible. Anyway, so I went to the Oddities and Curiosities Expo at Del Mar. So this is an event that's traveling all over the country. I like going to when it says Oddities and Curiosities. Let me tell you, there was some bizarre shit there. Lots of taxidermy.
Okay.
There was this booth that said we sell dead people stuff, and it's literally stuff they collected from dead people's houses.
So I
Wow.
have jewelry. I'm not. Damn it! Today's the day. I don't wear
Day,
my
yeah.
rings. I have 2
I
rings.
bought this shirt. Let me see if I have it on. It's by this artist from LA. Who
Oh, I
does
like that.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
I love it.
It looks
Like what?
Peter
Peter
Pan.
Pan.
No,
Cesar
Edward
with the
Scis-
off-camera
Yeah.
commentary.
Yeah.
I have 2 rings
What?
that I wear that were both purchased by dead people.
Oh,
And
really?
like they're dead
Wait,
now.
a
They weren't
dead
dead.
person
They
bought
weren't dead
it?
when they bought
How did
them.
they?
She killed
Yeah.
them and said, "I want that ring.
Yeah, I want
It's
that ring, and I
mine."
used their credit card.
Yeah.
No, my dad bought one, and he's now dead. And my grandma's
Wow.
grandma's 3rd husband bought it,
And now
bought
it's
one,
dead.
and he's dead. And now my grandma's also dead. She gave it to me before she died.
So
I
you're
didn't take
wearing
it out of
dead
the
people-
casket. So whenever people are like, "I love that ring," I'm like, "Thanks, a dead person bought this."
Wow.
I mean, people really hate it.
Don't invite Bryn to a funeral.
I know.
She's
like,
gonna
I'm just-
pickpocket everything.
Everybody, she's like that, that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't pick this out. A dead person did, but thank you.
Thank you. But no, Oddities and Curiosities was cool. There was a lot of artists, different artist booths. They had just some weird shit.
Was
They
there
had-
anything that scared you?
I don't scare easily.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
they,
we've seen some of the guys you've dated.
Came with a joke.
You're so proud of that, aren't you? Oh, they listen to the show. They're gonna hate you now. JK. No, they had they were giving actually taxidermy classes. They had a
Oh.
class
No, thank
where
you.
you can go and do taxidermy on a real,
Oh,
and then they
like
had
a real animal?
I think some people brought their animals.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
weird.
That's
I think I could be
dark.
totally wrong, but they had a clown exhibit where it's like just creepy clown shit. Lots of like spiders that have been what is it, taxidermy? It's just
Like
weird.
preserved, yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm.
all the weird pop culture, bizarre witchy, kooky stuff. I had a great time. I love that shit, so I was in my element. I bought my brother his birthday presents there, which he's gonna love.
This is amazing.
And then after that, we just came back. But it was fun. So it's going to be traveling around the U.S. You can go to oddities and curiositiesexpo.com and get the dates. It's worth checking out, especially if you're looking for like just that really bizarre off-the-wall gift for someone. This is definitely the place for it.
So they had witchy stuff?
Yeah,
like
candles to do
love it.
spells and crystals,
I
that
wanna
kind of
go.
stuff. They had even like books on witchcraft and spell casting.
That
And
I
stuff
love.
yeah, it was really cool. They had some really, really cool stuff. Yeah.
I have like some garden witch books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you want to be
okay.
like a little green garden witch, you know?
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Like not mean or evil. but,
Yeah.
like,
They had like rabbits that were preserved in the liquid type
don't
of
love
thing.
that.
Like
Eh.
a taxidermy. Then they would like this one artist would get real like skeletons of mice and then add like wings on it and other things and then
That I like.
yeah, and then call it like fairy mice and then like make their own creatures out of actual dead bones.
If
of
it's
other
covered in
creatures.
a glass jar, I'm okay
Yeah.
with it.
Well, and if that mouse died of natural causes,
Yeah.
you know, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, there was this really cool booth. I wish I could have remembered where it was selling like wall pieces like this, but they were like one was it was like break this in case of an emergency, and it was a holy Bible, garlic, holy water,
that's
and
cool.
a giant steak,
I love
and it was
that.
all like
That's
very
cool.
Victorian.
Right,
But it was
I
like
love
break
that.
it in case of emergency. Then they
That's
had
fun.
one to do an exorcism.
Oh, I
That's-
love
Yeah,
that.
I like that. I was like, see, I would totally want to get that and put it up in my house. But it was like a
Yeah.
bunch of really off the wall gifts if you're looking
That's
for something that you're not going to get anywhere else.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a fun expo. We had a good time.
It was
Me
just
and
at the Del
Fireflies
Mar
even-
Fairgrounds?
Yeah, at the O'Brien. But it was only for one day. That's
Oh.
it. Yeah.
They just
Wow.
came and went?
Came and went, and then they hit the next city. Which, if you go to the website, you'll go look at the next states, and they're going all over the place with this exhibition. So
That was like
it was fun.
my dream when I was little to like
What?
join a little traveling
circus.
like a freak show.
Oh, like a free. Really?
Yeah.
What would you have
Really?
done in the
Yeah,
circus?
what
I
would
would
you
have
have
done
done?
something
What?
weird.
What would have been your talent?
Witchy.
Ooh, I would have like grown a beard and then maybe I don't know, swallowed a sword.
At the
I don't know. I would have figured something out, you guys.
What would you have been in a sideshow? You
I don't
look
know,
like
I-
a rapper today. You look like you should be like a what's it called? Like a DJ producer, like that
little
one
bit like a
guy.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, that's who you look like.
Or like a Russian I am producer.
I
Yeah.
am producer.
I am
Yeah.
producer. Come to my studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and instead of like Adidas, it was a Beavis.
A Beavis. Wow, Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting a Beavis, whatever. Line.
I'm
No.
gonna start in a Beavis line, and it'll just be shirts that say "I am producer."
Yeah, producer.
How do you print something in a Russian accent?
I don't know.
Let's figure
It'll
it out.
just have it and say
It's-
in a Russian accent.
New merch coming soon.
Soon
Yes.
on the Who Invited Her
Beavis.
website.
Beavis, I am producer.
I am producer.
Oh gosh! Oh, the one other thing I wanted to talk about before we go to break, something big happened in the last week that we didn't cover on the last episode. Oh, the Golden Globes. I want to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
the Golden
yeah.
Globes because did any of you tune into it?
No.
Listen,
First, I do want to say one thing about the
Yeah.
Golden Globes. It was really, really sad news. The Golden Globes were on Tuesday of last week. Elvis won a couple awards. Lisa Marie Presley passed
I know.
away Thursday from a heart attack. She was
Yeah.
only 54.
God,
Yeah.
She was young. Like
So
literally,
young.
2 days after the awards?
it's
Ugh.
terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she looked great at the awards when
Um,
she was getting interviewed.
Amazing.
Yeah, but her mom, Priscilla Presley, released a statement saying that she died of our
Cardiac arrest.
cardiac
Yeah.
arrest on Thursday
Mm,
morning.
scary.
Sad.
That's sad.
It is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
54. She was like,
So
So
young.
young.
I have friends younger than that.
Well, and her
Mm.
mom
Or
is
older
still
than that.
alive, and
Yeah, her
you know,
mom is.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
can't pack with the man downstairs. That's probably why
Yeah.
she ain't gonna die. Anyway, so the Golden Globes happened this week. It was a very. Did anybody watch it? Did you guys
No.
watch it?
I'll
Any
tell you
highlights?
what. I was on a date
Mhm.
that was going so badly that he was talking the whole time, and I was watching the Golden Globes and reading the
Oh,
subtitles on the
no.
TV at the bar.
Wow.
Oh no!
And I was like, uh huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I hate those days.
Just watching the
How
subtitles.
did you get out of it?
I watched most of the Golden Globes.
You're like, well, the Golden Globes are over. I gotta get out of here.
Get out
This
of here.
date's done.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
I gotta say, the Golden Globes was pretty much the Jennifer Coolidge show.
yeah, 100%.
She was so funny.
Her speech was amazing.
Well, when she came out as a presenter and did a whole bit. It was hilarious. Half the time I'm like, is this an actor? She really likes
So
that.
I actually genuinely want to ask you guys, do you think that that's genuinely her, or do you think that's a character she's created?
I think it is her amplified.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
I think it's her, but like when she gets in front of people, it's just her personality turns up a notch, and it's still her. It's just kind of like what we do on the show.
If you see her in interviews where she's like just answering real questions and she is like that.
that.
She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. Did you see her, Eric? You love this. She was walking the red carpet, and her agent or someone was pushing her along, her publicist, and people were shouting questions at her, and someone shouted, "Would you ever be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?" And her publicist is pushing her, and she goes, "What?" And she goes, "Would you ever be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?" And she goes, "Yes." And then she just keeps walking, and everyone freaked out. They're like, "What?
Yeah.
Get Jennifer Coolidge on it now!" Could you imagine?
I know. Well, there's a spot open. Lisa Rinna's gone.
Ding
There
dong.
Ding dong.
I fucking hate Lisa
You can
Rinna.
gloss over, Tony.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know
I
a
hate
little.
her so
Okay,
much.
I'm not that. Well, yeah, I am. I don't
Yeah.
really care.
I was just terrible and evil.
But Jennifer Coolidge, for one, she won for White Lotus, which everybody predicted she did. And her
Yeah.
speech was so
It was really
Good.
cute and funny.
yeah. There was a lot of really good. One of my favorite winners that she finally won was Michelle Yu. Michelle Yu, and
Yeah.
She won. Is that how you say her last name?
Yeah,
I think I'm
I
always
think
going to
so.
mess it up. For Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I watched this movie and I loved it. Also, it wasn't just Michelle Yeoh. It was Ki Hu Kwan is the other guy.
yeah.
Who is Data. And
Data
he was in
and,
Whoa.
Short Round.
and Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
His speech was
His
so
speech was
cute.
His speech made me cry.
Yeah.
Like, it was so, and he's so
Wait,
cute.
Data from Goonies?
Yeah.
One
Wow.
because
Yeah.
he was in the same movie with Michelle Yeoh. Great movie, by the way. If you haven't watched it, visually stunning.
Very good.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is in
Oh
the movie.
yeah, her.
Well, she's a co-star in the movie with Michelle
Yes,
Yeoh.
yeah, yeah.
So her reaction when Michelle
reaction-
won was so
She's so excited. She's like, yes.
yes.
And her hands are up in the air. It's so cute.
And then Michelle Yeoh took the stage and she said they tried to play her off, and she turned and said, "Shut up."
Yeah. It's like, I could beat you up.
Yeah, I could
So-
beat
yeah.
you up.
I love it.
Let the woman speak.
Speak.
Yeah.
She's waited 40 years, and
gosh.
she commented about being Asian American and how that has. There's just no representation.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? And how they
Yeah.
told her that she'll work because she knew English. And she's like, what do you mean? No, it's not just because I know English.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm an actress. Like,
right.
yeah, exactly.
As she's proven, I mean, everything she's so good.
She's amazing.
Yeah, so that was two of the highlights. Best, I wanted to see if you guys know any of these pictures, stuff that got nominated.
I saw. Which one won best? The Banshees of Inisherin won.
Wait,
I
let's
saw
see.
that.
Was it any good?
It was very slow.
Okay, so best motion picture drama that won. Winner was Fableman. The Fablemans,
The
which I
Fablemans,
haven't watched.
okay.
It's a newer film. Best musical or comedy was The Banshees of whatever.
Inisherin.
There you go.
I didn't
Thank
really know
you.
it was a comedy.
Apparently.
Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Let's see what other winners are out there. Oh, Guillermo del Toro's
Guillermo del Toro's
Pinocchio.
Oh,
Did you watch it
it's
yet?
on our
I
list
haven't
to
seen it.
watch.
It's
on my
really
list, yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It
Is
won
it
for best
child
animation.
friendly?
Flynn would appreciate the
Okay.
darkness.
She has a dark side.
Yeah, she would appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what else. Steven Spielberg won for best director. Which one?
Abbott Elementary.
Oh, that was the
Yes.
one.
They're so
Quinta.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
her speech, and yeah, they won. They won best TV show too. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I just realized that she is the woman from the He Got Money.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That from that video where the guy's ordering all the food at the movie theater.
Yeah.
And she's like, ooh, he's got
You know,
money.
other big winner, Angela Bassett won for
I love Angela
Black
Bassett.
Panther.
Yeah.
She don't age.
She
No,
does
really don't
not.
age.
Signed a deal with the devil too.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then for best TV, Abbott Elementary won for best television series,
Yeah,
comedy, or
such a great show.
Or yeah, it's really good. And then House of Dragons won for best drama. I still have not gotten into it
I
for
watched
some
one
reason.
episode. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Euphoria. Zendaya won for Euphoria, which
Worth it.
well deserved.
Yes.
She was
Yeah.
amazing
Those
in the
finales
last season.
were amazing.
Never
Yeah,
watched it.
Quinta Bernson won for Abbott
Quinta Brunson,
Elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay. I always fuck up the names.
You're fine.
I know. And then let's see, anybody else? Oh, Tyler James Williams also won for Abbott. I love him in Abbott
yes.
Elementary.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The principal needs to win an award too.
She's so funny.
She's
so
She's
funny.
so funny.
If she had her own show, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
she's
spin-off.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, no, the Golden Globes were literally just Jennifer Coolidge being amazing.
Yeah.
And even if you watched it, you guys, if you watched her in any of the interviews afterwards and saw her slowly get a little lip by the end of the night, her answers even got weird.
She deserves it. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I remember
Jennifer.
one where she said she wanted to play a dolphin, and they were like, "Oh, like a cartoon?" She's like, "No."
No, they said like Flipper. And then they asked her like Flipper. And she goes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, like
a
that.
real
Yeah.
dolphin. Oh, and then people were starting a Twitter holding during the Golden Globes, wanting Jennifer Coolidge to host next year's Golden Globes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
And then they asked her in one of the after interviews, like, okay, so Twitter's blowing up. Everybody's really wanting you to host the Golden Globes next year. Is that something you would? She goes like, what? Who? Why? Like completely like shocked about it. It was the coolest thing. She's like, wow, hi. I was just like, I love her. I love her. It was good.
great.
She was the best part of the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
That's the only reason really I tuned in. But
She's like the best part of anything that she's
Yeah.
ever a part of.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know what
Totally.
the best part of the show is when we go on break right now, you guys. We will be right back.
what a great segue.
If you're watching the show on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give these idiots a like. You can follow the show on Instagram at whoinvitedher_podcast and on Twitter and Facebook at whoinvitedhersd. Visit the show's website at whoinvitedher.net for merchandise and other crap. Now sit back and enjoy the rest of this dumpster fire.
Hey, everybody. We're back from break.
We are.
Yes, we are, you guys. We were talking about Bryn's webbed feet on her break.
yeah.
Betrayal.
Betrayal. You know, she doesn't have webbed feet. She just
No.
has a very thick gap between her toes. Does anybody else out there have that?
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know what is what's weird about your body. I'm really
You
curious.
know, I feel like you could actually sell photos of that, and you
People
can make
would.
money.
Hey, only
I've thought about it actually because I feel they're unique feet.
They are unique, and people are gonna like that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not webbed, but they're very spread out, and I can bend them all the way back.
You're weird.
You can make a lot of
What
money
is?
with that.
Oh, I have a question for both
If you
of
think
you.
I can make money, let me know because I'll do anything at this point.
I'll do anything. What is like one of the weirdest things about your body that you think is weird, or somebody has told you that's weird about your own body? Not
I
you.
once fell. I got a concussion, and then I had to have an MRI, and the doctor said, "You have the straightest septum I've ever seen."
Is that?
Wow.
I don't know how to take that. Is
And
that
I
good or
said-
bad?
I said, "Thank you."
That's a nice compliment.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
I used to think I had really, really skinny legs. And for a while, I used to picture that, like, whenever I would wear skinny jeans, I used to think I looked like the Fruit of the Loom grape.
I did too. For the longest time, I thought I looked like a potato with two toothpicks in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I used to
get
think
it,
about
get it.
myself. Yeah.
That
yeah.
is hilarious.
Yeah, right.
I don't know about me. I
Yeah.
think. I don't know. That's weird. No, my gray pattern in my hair is.
No.
I don't know. My whole body's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like a really good-looking guy to me, so
Thank you, Bryn.
you're welcome.
Awkward. No, I'm kidding.
I wanted to tell you live on podcast.
Live on
Tony.
podcast. Oh no. Get it live, bitch. No, I'm kidding. Eric's like taking notes. He's like, wait till next week.
I know.
You
This is great
bitches.
content.
Oh my gosh, should we have viewers send in roasts for you?
Wait, should we talk about this?
Yes.
Okay,
Talk about
so our next episode, which is we do every Saturday, So next weekend, it's weekend of the 21st, I believe it is. My birthday's on the 22nd. So these two geniuses over here decided for my birthday this year, they want to do a roast of yours truly. So we're trying to figure this out. I think you should, if you have a roast you want to do to me, Tony.
Yes.
DM Bryn at
Yes, a real Bryn Mac.
and then Bryn's gonna go ahead and read
Yeah,
them
don't
out.
DM Tony.
Don't DM me.
Let me filter this.
Yeah,
And
if-
a lighthearted, nice,
Yeah.
you like us roast. Not
there you
like
go.
somebody commented on my TikTok the other day, you old bitch.
Who
That's
said
not
that?
a roast. Just some random dude.
Really?
He's like, nobody wants you, you old bitch.
And
And I was
fuck
like,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. I am old, and I am a bitch.
Yeah, I am a
you.
bitch.
Yeah, send him to DM him to Bryn on the Insta.
A real BRYNNEMAC.
If you want to participate in the roast of
Yeah.
me.
This is gonna be amazing.
I can't
Oh God,
wait.
I
This is
so excited.
and I get to roast you guys.
I
And
know.
I'll roast all you
Roast is
back. I don't give a
Mhm.
shit. I don't know how funny it'll be, but at least to me, I'll feel good. It'll be a cleansing for me.
Oh God. We should burn something.
it's the
after
best
though.
Yeah,
birthday
you know
gift.
what we should burn? Speaking of burn, RuPaul's Drag Race season 15. We have not talked about.
Your segues are on point.
Yes.
tonight.
Bryn, did you hike up your dress?
Oh, I didn't. I was showing you guys my toes. And
Oh,
then-
last week you were flashing the camera. You almost flashed
Oh, I
like
did my body roll.
your body roll dance.
Yep. I'll show you guys. I'll put it on the Instagram.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we really have not talked about this at all on the show.
No.
RuPaul's Drag Race season 15. We only talked about the drama about it being the biggest season they said in the
Yes.
Sasha Kobe, but never
Yeah.
dived into what we think of the season so far.
Yeah.
So I know Eric, you're caught up, right?
I'm caught up.
Bryn, are you?
No, I'm not.
She's like, I don't watch that gay stuff.
I told you guys I watched this tutorial on how to watch all of the different
Oh, that's
seasons.
right.
It's the I can't the streaming. How do
Yeah,
I get
it's a lot.
MTV? I don't know.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
I had MTV part of my direct TV that I steal from a friend, so.
Hmm. Yeah, I still YouTube
I
TV.
don't do that
Okay.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
So anyway, season 15 kicked off last week with the premiere being a double.
Yeah.
Which I love because they did not split it into 2 episodes. It was one.
Right.
Get introduced all these bitches. I felt bad for the second team because they didn't get to meet Ariana
Ariana
Grande.
Grande,
I would
yeah.
have been pissed if it was
I would have
me.
been pissed.
So-
so mad.
I would have
Yeah.
been like, I'm off. Just send me home. Why bother being here?
I'll come back next
year. Eric, who's been your standout? Because
Um,
it's on episode 2, 3 now? 3.
Yes, we're on episode
Yeah.
2. So I like Selena S. Titties.
I think she's fun.
Yeah, so funny and so creative and such a different kind of drag. Like we haven't had that kind of like Chola
I
Latina
love it.
representation on Drag Race. It's amazing. I hate to say it because I really wanted to dislike them, but Sugar and Spice,
The
they're,
twins?
yeah, they're very TikTok-y, and I didn't think it was gonna translate, but
Yeah.
it actually does.
Yeah.
And I kind of even like them as people, even though I didn't think I would.
I have to agree with you. I follow the twins way before they came on TikTok or before they came on RuPaul's Drag Race. Being a twin myself, I was like, "Oh look, this is gonna be me and my brother. Oh, we're too old. We're too old." And I definitely would have been the pretty one. Anyways. Why are you looking at me like that, Eric? Has your loyalty changed? Do you pledge
Drunk
loyalty?
twin
Sure,
ships?
Tony, you're the pretty one.
Okay, sure, you're the skinny one. Anyway. Is the
Has
roast
the
starting
roast
now?
begun?
I know,
Is the
now
roast
it's starting.
now, bitch. No, I'm kidding. You look beautiful. Anyways, let's get back to this one. So I followed Sugar and Spice
Yeah.
for a while on there. I thought their TikTok, I'm like, they're cute. They're whatever.
Yeah.
They're silly. They're trying to be adult brat thing. I was with you, Eric. I did not think this was going to transfer well
Yeah.
on TV. Because especially in the first episode when they said they've only performed live twice.
Yeah.
I was like,
How
oh,
did they get chosen for?
it's a gimmick. Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
a freak show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Come
for
on.
good TV.
Yeah.
And when they
And-
like not ready with their makeup and because they
Yeah.
take like 6 hours to do.
Unlike another set of twins, which we're not going to talk about on this show, they're competing separately.
Yeah. They
Oh,
are.
yes,
which
that's
is
right. They're
interesting.
two
Yeah,
separate
which I
people.
love. I'm
Yeah.
like, put them against each other.
Put them against
But
each
so
other.
far, Sugar and Spice are actually quite entertaining.
Yeah,
and I'm
and-
like, you're a little annoying, but you're very vapid about it. And
Yeah.
this is what makes it funny. They kind of make fun of themselves
Yeah.
before anybody else.
They
so they're-
know they're
Yeah.
annoying and
Yeah.
they acknowledge it
And they lean into it.
lean into it.
Yeah, they self-deprecate on themselves decent enough. So you're like, okay, you're okay. You're
And
okay.
I would say their drag is creative too.
Yeah.
The Disney looks that they presented.
the
they,
Belle and Little Mermaid. Yeah.
But like
Now I gotta watch
Disney
it.
looks
Now I'm
from
gonna
New
get into
Jersey.
Jersey, like Jersey
Like
Girls.
Jersey Ariel.
Girl.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was
God.
pretty
I really
brilliant.
liked on the
I love
talent
that.
show Spices when she came out of
Song.
the coffin.
Yes.
I was like, okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where you're
so-
dingling at?
Where
the
you're
boys all
dingling
want to
at?
know
Where
where my
my
dingling
dingling
at.
at?
Where my dingling at?
Or when she came out, she goes,
Okay.
I'm already bored. it was funny. It was cute. They did a
Yeah.
good job. They've been safe so far.
Yeah.
Safe. I have to say, one of the people that I was really, really looking forward to seeing on the show, just because of the legend behind her, is Sasha Kobe.
Yes.
So far, she is not disappointed.
Not disappointed.
Especially in the newest episode, her playing God and cracking her neck and doing a death
Yes.
drop. Brilliant. Come on.
Yeah. And her
So
looks
funny.
have been just so impressive.
Yeah,
so
and just
beautiful.
as a person, you can tell. Oh, she's
Yeah.
a cool chick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of the there's a lot of forgettables for me on this
Yeah.
episode.
There's so many.
Yeah, I have
like,
to look at the
there's-
names to even remember who is
Yeah.
even on. It's such a big episode. So Irene DeBois was the first one out.
Yeah.
and I really thought she was going to do well.
I thought she was doing well too. I
Um,
didn't think she should have been sent home.
People that I find boring so far because I don't remember who they are. Jax, I don't remember who you
Yeah.
are. I don't remember who Robin Fierce is on there.
No.
Mistress Isabella. I can't. I get the two
Yeah.
big girls because they both have M's. Oh, Malaysia's the other one, right?
Yeah, Malaysia's the
They're
other
both
one.
kind of forgettable for me.
Yeah. I think Mistress Isabella is a little more
A little more.
interesting.
What do you think
Yeah.
of Marsha?
Love that name,
Not
though.
very good. I think funny, but like the drag just
It's
needs
not
to like
there.
up it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some more notches.
Yeah. Anitra, who won the first
Anitra, oh my
challenge.
God, you better
The duck-
walk that
the
fucking duck.
Yeah.
It was an original song of hers
Yeah.
and amazing. Literally, I could watch that over and
You
over
know who
again.
gets on my nerves and people
Who?
seem to like Lux Nor London?
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
you're like so many other queens. Like there's nothing original
right.
about
and you're a baby queen
Yeah.
who's just overly confident about
overly
yourself.
confident. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Lucy LaDuca. There's something weird about her.
Yes.
But like she's kind of been safe and at the bottom, actually at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with Luca because she's weird in
She's
a way.
weird. Yes.
I like the weird queens. Like,
Yeah.
And you would look at her and go, not peg her as a camp weird queen, but
No.
once now, I'm like, you're kind of weird. Like you have this like Stepford wife
Oh,
like,
I love that.
stare and
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's weird.
And her Dolly Parton was
So
so
funny.
good.
She's the only good part of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I don't know. This season, I was kind of like, I don't know if I was gonna watch. We stopped covering Drag Race on this show because there's so many other podcasts that do it.
Yeah.
We don't need to be doing it. But I just was like, we should talk a little bit about it. It's interesting.
It was
so far.
interesting. The one thing I felt about the last episode is that it felt so rushed.
Yeah.
Because the
So
first
many queens.
episode they could split it
Yeah.
up, but the second one they had to fit all 15 in one, and it
was
felt
a
like they
lot.
even sped up the timing of
Yeah.
the walk on the runway to
because there's
yeah, to
They're
fit
trying to
them
get
all
them all
in.
in.
And it was like they literally had like 5 seconds and then on to the next one.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that's a weird choice.
Yeah. It was. I'm okay. I just am not excited about Drag Race this season so far.
I
I'm
am.
like, yeah, I'll watch it because I know like I'm gay and I'm supposed to.
It's
but
hard after Legends because
that's what it is.
Yeah.
man.
everyone on Legends was
Was
like amazing
phenomenal.
and you knew it and you
Yeah.
were invested in their story and so
Yeah.
you went in already having this investment and it
Yeah.
was such a good season and it wasn't even just like the winners, it was all winners.
We're all winners.
Yeah.
All
The
amazingly
stakes
good.
were
Yeah.
so high. Everything was so good. So after this, it's hard to be like, oh, who are these randos?
Yeah.
That
No, I think that's maybe why it's
Yeah.
a little lackluster. Is that how you say it?
Lackluster.
There, I said it right.
Yeah, I think it's always tough to just start getting attachment to the new ones.
Yeah.
and you're
Always.
just yeah.
Yes.
But we'll see how this show turns out. I mean, I'm curious. I have no front runners right now.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like, oh, you're gonna win or you're my favorite. No.
The other thing I thought was interesting is now being on MTV is the like little snippets and sound bites that they advertise. It's this very like upbeat girl, like, oh my God, we gotta watch this Drag Race. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, they've really changed the target audience
what
for this show.
You know what Drag Race is? It doesn't even seem like drag anymore to me. Like
Yeah.
it just feels like, oh, this is Drag Race drag, but this isn't the drag we see out in the bars.
Yeah.
That's
That's how it feels to
I
me.
agree. Yeah.
You know what I would love is a spinoff with Drag Kings.
I've been saying I
Why
agree.
hasn't that happened yet?
We have the Dragula for all the spooky queens and
Yes.
kind of the
Yeah.
non-binary queens. And Landon Cider was the first drag king ever on a competition show.
Yeah.
Like that, but no specific to the drag king community.
I know.
And it would be such an easy thing
Yeah.
to spin off. You know, like you could do like how they tricked us into watching Vanderpump Rules on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
You could like put it into, oh my God, you know, it would be so cute. This is dumb. I'm going off.
Oh, here we go.
If we had, remember in the Parent Trap where they do the two camps come together for
Yeah.
a dance?
Oh God!
You can have the drag kings come in for like a little group dance, introduce it, spin it off. There
yeah,
you go.
the Jetsons
Yeah.
meet the Flintstones.
Exactly.
Crossover
There you go.
episode.
Yeah.
And then
That's how you
it's
bring
its
'em
own
in.
show.
Or have them like do it for the makeover challenge where they'd have to not make them over as drag queens, but you know how they have to do sibling.
Yeah.
The drag king is the brother of the drag queen. And they have to put them in
Yes.
drag queen drag.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd really test out some makeup skills, man. I seriously. But since we're talking about Drag Race and all things queer and whatnot
Yeah.
and on MTV, so I know we talked about it at length on our last episode. But the cast of Real Friends of WeHo back in the news this week with one of the official cast members, Dorian Renaud, who I have no idea who he is, slammed the show, and he actually posted on TikTok calling it. Hold on, let me pull it up. Ugh, I'm so bad. He said, the fake friends of WeHo, and I barely know most of these people. By the way, I live in the Valley. But tune in, thanks, MTV, is what he said.
You know what happened?
What?
He got the initial cut and he got a villain edit.
Oh,
I bet.
I bet.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but in my mind,
That's
that's
where
what
it's coming
happened.
from?
Yeah.
And he's trying to get ahead of it, saying it's fake. I don't even live there. Whatever.
Right.
He got
Which
a villain edit.
is
I bet.
the reality of all the housewives.
Housewives.
Like most of them don't.
So
live
you
in
weren't
the
here
city.
for the last episode when
Yeah.
we had Disco Dolly and Bryn and I went in length on this topic, and there have been people who commented and was like, I don't know, you guys went kind of hard, blah blah blah. But anyways, I'm curious, Eric, because you watch Housewives.
I do, and
So
I enjoy
what do you
it.
think about this little spin-off that is, I guess, geared for more of the queer community, even though Real Housewives is too?
Yeah, I don't know that the formula can be applied in the same way and that it will work. I think I don't know, it plays into the stereotype that we're bitchy gay men and
Yeah.
that, and I don't know that people want to watch that. Like
I know I don't.
Yeah, I'm okay watching Housewives because I think that is not normal for a housewife to act like
Yes.
that, and it feels out of character.
Yes.
It feels like a character. It feels, but watching gay men actually be gay men doesn't seem like entertainment.
Or at least the gay man that is portrayed in media. And because if you think about it, we have a vision of housewife. All that goes all the way back to the 1950s and 40s of a housewife.
Yeah.
So that has been playing out through history. Here you go with the Real Housewives, where it's like you said, housewives that are not acting like housewives.
Yeah.
We have a viewpoint of gay men that
Yeah.
is still not established
Yeah.
like a housewife would be, right?
Yeah.
And
So you bring in these stereotypes in a way.
Yep.
It's just playing down to what the community really is about.
Yeah.
That's how at least I see it.
and I said in the last episode, and Eric would know this, but he doesn't watch the episodes.
And he
he's
doesn't
not
listen.
on. I
Thanks
said
a
it
lot.
would have been a better concept if they had done it on Bravo and done a Real Housewives,
agree.
but with all
Yeah.
queer housewives, house husbands.
Yes.
Like,
agree.
you know, whatever you want to call it, the real house husbands, housewives, the real
Yeah.
queer spouses of
Yeah.
WeHo.
Yeah.
Then it's like that's what people are expecting. Drama. Bravo understands how to
The
do
formula.
it. They understand the
Yeah.
formula. They understand how to control their cast members.
Yeah.
Which, you know, because this would never happen on Housewives. If
No.
someone sees
No.
they're getting the villain edit, they keep their mouth shut.
And they
Yeah.
know they're getting the villain edit.
Yeah.
It's actually pre-written for them to be the
Exactly.
villain.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they know where their bread is buttered.
You
Yeah.
know what
Like,
it seems like for
Yeah.
me is Real Friends of WeHo. The minute it was announced has been bashed with all over social media. It seems like it's been canceled before it even started.
I
So I
agree.
feel like a lot of this stuff coming out after the fact is just trying to get people talking about it,
Yeah.
trying to get people interested in it. Because I think people really are not like seeming like they really are going to be watching this
I'm gonna
show.
watch the first episode. I will
Me
give it a
too.
try.
Yeah,
I want
so
to
at
know what
least
it's
we
about.
support a little
Yeah,
bit.
I want to
'cause
know
it
what
is
it's
part of our
about.
community.
I don't know that the person who is going to watch this type of show is also the person that's going to watch like Drag Race. Linking them together, I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think
And
it's
cutting
the
an
same
hour out of half an
demographic.
hour of Drag Race.
Yeah, on a Friday night when
Mhm.
people are already like people who watch Drag Race a lot of times are watching it just for that, or they're already out. They're watching it
Yeah,
at the
at a
bar.
bars.
I don't think they're going to watch that at a bar.
No,
Well,
I don't
and
either.
I think it's like targeting specific part of the community, which is like very attractive cis men. So,
Yeah.
you know, like they don't have like any trans people in there, or
They don't
you
have.
know,
It's all
Yeah.
cis gay men,
like very fit.
not representing the whole community
Yeah.
at large.
And not that you always have to, but like it would be nice if you're setting this up as like real friends and you're not real friends. Like have what your real
Yeah.
friends look
You know
like.
who is really real friends?
Who?
Amanda
Who?
Segra and is that how I say it?
Siegfried.
Siegfried and Evan Rachel Wood.
Siegfried and Roy.
That's why you know why they're real friends because they're doing a Broadway musical together. Was that good or not? No,
Yeah,
great.
we'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, I wanted to
Great
talk
segue.
about this.
What musical?
Okay, so as everybody knows, I'm a total theater nerd.
Yeah.
So it came out during the Golden Globes. Amanda is actually in works doing the Thelma and Louise musical that's coming to Broadway in 2024, apparently.
Uh-huh.
And she's working on it with Evan Rachel Wood. I guess they're going to be the main leads. But Nico Case,
Case. Yeah.
Case, do you know who who
Yes,
she
I
is?
love her.
So she's writing the music.
That makes more
And then
sense.
I think
to me.
Amanda is working on the book with somebody else,
Okay.
and then they have another contributor coming in
Because
to
when
work
you
on the
said
music too.
that just those
Amanda,
two
yeah.
were doing it, I was like, oh, and they went to like music composition school, or they were
Right.
They're like producing. They're getting the team together.
Okay, got
But
it.
it sounds like
Yeah.
from the article I read, this is like Amanda's passion project. She wanted to do the musical version of Thelma and Louise.
I mean,
What do you
I
got-
guess if I was very rich and attractive and
bored?
people were just like, do whatever you wanted to do,
Yeah.
I would be like, yeah, of course, Labyrinth the musical.
Don't
that's
tease. I would actually.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yes.
This brings up something. So on TikTok, I
Don't
follow this I forget what the account is. God, I will look it up and tell you guys next week. But they do AI art and they pick like Labyrinth, the musical, and AR art based as if it was a musical, and they show you like how the stage would
Oh,
look
okay.
and stuff. And I'm like, why is this not
Or
a musical?
Yeah.
Seinfeld
Yeah.
the musical.
Yeah,
I'd
no,
love
we
to
don't
work
need
with Larry
that.
David. Oh, I would love it.
You do it in Seinfeld the
I would do
musical?
Seinfeld the musical.
That's
Wow.
no.
That's so
Yeah,
weird.
exactly. And you guys would have this reaction, and it would be
Yeah,
something
and
that
then it
would be
would
on
be
Broadway
awful.
for one night, and it would just be because I had the money and the resources
Okay.
to do it.
I get what you're
Okay,
saying
I see
now.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Thelma and Louise will actually maybe
It
okay.
could do well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I'd be like, it's a buddy film, a buddy musical. You get two leading ladies belting out a high C. The gays are gonna go crazy for it.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is like, do we not have the space to creatively make something new?
Yeah.
This
Are we
is
running
my-
out of ideas?
Like, do we have?
This
to do
is
that?
my thing because look at a lot of the musicals. It's always either like some of them really bombed. I saw Miss Doubtfire and I reviewed that on this show. It was awful. But then there's new ones like Strange Loop that's on Broadway, won the Tony.
Amazing.
Yeah, and
Strange
like
Loop is amazing.
Hades
Yes.
Town and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's yeah.
And I get they could
I
be
don't
like
know.
inspired by Thelma and Louise, but like, do we really have to have this specific blueprint?
Thelma and Louise the musical.
Because we need the nostalgia,
Yeah,
right?
I
what
want to
it
know
is.
who's gonna play Brad Pitt's character.
Lisa Frank, the musical, the dark side.
Side of Lisa Frank.
Yes. Oh.
You find out Lisa Frank was colorblind.
Or you know she did. No, you know she did so much coke.
Okay,
Yeah. Or-
And then she became
Sorry.
colorblind. No, I'm kidding. No. Lisa
Sorry,
Frank,
Lisa
the
Frank.
musical. Colorblind. That's what
Yeah, the
it's called.
subtitle "Colorblind,"
Yeah.
and then it's like based on the Helen Keller story.
Oh, jeez.
I love that. Can we do that? Can we do
Yes.
that? It's going to be the Lisa Frank the musical, Colorblind, based off of the memoirs.
Of Helen Keller, and then in the bottom it's going to be like, this was completely made up by a bunch of gay people on a podcast.
A mediocre podcast. I will be excited for Thelma and Louise the musical. I love all that Broadway bullshit.
Sure.
It's not bullshit. I love it, actually. But for all the theater people here in San Diego, another news came out. La Jolla Playhouse, one of the big theaters here in San Diego, is going to be premiering a brand new musical this summer called Redwood, starring Idina Menzel. How do you feel about this? Because I know you're a fan, Bryn.
Okay, I love Idina Menzel, and do you know what this means?
What?
It means Idina Menzel will be living in San
True,
Diego.
she might.
Do we
Yeah.
really think so, or do we think
Yes.
she'll be driving back and forth every day?
Why would she drive back and forth?
Because Britney Spears never
She
lived in
ain't no
Vegas.
Britney.
You know, and Britney Spears was not allowed to live anywhere else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
they had to drive her.
Idina
That's
Menzel can
true.
do what
Idina Menzel,
Yeah.
but she'll be like, yeah, San Diego, why not?
Well,
Maybe.
I'm just because you guys know you guys
Okay,
know
you guys.
know I live in La Jolla.
Yeah.
So like I'm really, like,
Bar class.
and I look right to camera.
The
Okay,
which
do you
camera
guys
is it?
think-
Do you know what camera you're looking at? No,
This
that
one.
one.
Do you guys think
My
if I
God.
sent Idina Menzel a free membership to my bar class, Bar Bay and Wreath in La Jolla, do you think she would come and then maybe meet me at the farmer's market?
That sounds maybe like she would.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
if she is,
walks in, she's like, hi. She has a weird voice.
Like
too.
Jennifer
Hi.
Coolidge.
She sounds like
Hi.
Jennifer Coolidge.
I mean, you guys have told me that I can't do a Jennifer Coolidge, and I'm not gonna ask.
Don't
Idina
do it
Menzel to
again,
go to-
please.
Yeah,
Do
I'm not
it.
gonna
Do it de-
offend her.
Do Idina Menzel.
No. Because you guys are gonna say it's bad, and then I'm gonna offend her. I'm asking
True.
Idina.
Okay,
If
you
you're
really
in
wanna
La
meet
Jolla-
her.
Yeah, because she's
You know
really
what?
going to watch this show or listen to this show.
But if you're in La Jolla and you want a really awesome bar class to go to,
Yeah,
you can
if
come
somebody
to my
that
bar
knows
class.
that's listening to our knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows the babysitter of Dina Menzel, please get in
Bar
contact.
Yeah.
Bay and Wreath in La Jolla, because
Yeah.
if you're at the La Jolla Playhouse,
Yeah.
your breath work is important. Bar Bay and Wreath is great at breath work. So if you wanted to come on down,
So is Riches on a
they
Friday
also
night.
sell flowers. Or come to Riches with us, whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever you want.
want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're down.
I get private breath lessons. No, I'm kidding. I'm not even going to go there.
I've seen your ad.
Oh, the penny saver.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember the penny saver?
Fine,
The
yes.
Magnus penny saver.
Yeah, I used to look. My first car, I looked in the penny saver.
Did you really? Does
Yeah.
the penny saver even
I
still
don't know.
around?
It has to be online these
Do you
days.
guys,
Someone
our
send it to
listeners,
us,
do you
Yeah.
guys remember the penny saver? And if you do, send us a
You
Send
copy.
it
never,
over.
you never
Post it
canceled
and
that
tag
ad,
us.
Tony. You
I've
never
never.
canceled it.
Still
it
there.
still runs. They charge you
God.
$2 a
So the
week
roast
for it.
begins.
$2 a week.
No, because with inflation, it would be the
Yeah.
the 105 saver.
That's true. Let's finish up the Broadway talk first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go see a show in LA. They're doing the West Coast premiere of the revival that is going to be going to Broadway of The Secret Garden, the musical.
Love it.
So it is going to be in LA, I believe in February. I'm going February 25th, so I'm going to report on that. The cast is amazing. For all you theater nerds out there, go look online. I'm not going to read the whole cast right now.
So nice.
But I'm really excited to see it. So, yeah.
Nice.
You know what else I'm excited for?
what?
Here, we're going to close it out this shit show with.
Yay.
That's not working. Anyways, the click. We're going to be doing the click another week. Bryn, you wanted to do the click this week?
I wanted to do the
so
click.
go ahead.
So, my click this week is an old show, but I just recently got into it, which is Claws.
Oh,
I
I
liked
love that
Niecy-
show.
Yes, with
Yeah.
Niecy Nash. So it's so amazing, and it's like all about female empowerment,
Yeah.
and like even if they do it in a really fucked up way,
Yeah.
by murdering people and stuff. But it's
What's
also
a little
just, like,
murder?
yeah, I don't know. It's just like all of it is like so super inclusive, and there's queer characters, and it's amazing. But like the best part for me is, Niecy Nash. I love her, but I will be honest, I started watching it on Monday, and that's when I dropped my daughter off at school, and I share custody of her, so I don't have her for a few days. So when I don't have her, get sad.
Yeah. Of
I
course.
just,
Yeah.
I get sad.
Yeah.
So I started watching Claws, and like Niecy Nash is such an amazing like mother figure in this, and she does this thing.
Yeah.
She's so great, and she does this thing, and there is like a little white redheaded woman on the show
Oh, yes.
who's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
little
yeah,
sociopath.
Yeah.
And so Niecy Nash does this thing where like she hugs all of them, but like especially the little redheaded one, and she's got her nails, her claws,
The class.
and she hugs her, and then she sort of runs her hands through their hair with her
Yeah.
nails, and there's something so soothing
And
like
relaxing.
amazing about it. I was like, that's what I want. I just want Niecy Nash to run her big nails through my hair. and
If she
just,
could
like,
get him through that hair, because I tried to do a comb through that thing earlier.
Tony, this is also pulling back the screen.
Yeah.
Tony combs my hair before the show.
If you guys only knew. This Bryn, sometimes I'm like, she probably woke up this morning, she looked in the mirror and goes, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a gay man.
Definitely
Definitely not.
So-
Especially when Tony was like, what is this? And you said, it's toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Nonchalantly.
I'm
Like-
also a single mom.
Yeah.
You
So
are,
I
you
was like,
are.
there's toothpaste in my hair.
You look
my
great,
daughter
Bryn.
had a
Yeah.
sleepover last night. But when like Niecy Nash just like puts her and
You
she's
want
got her
that?
nails, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sexually and just life wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to find that for you for your
Yeah.
birthday. I don't know.
What if it's
I don't
on
know how
your,
we
what
pay
if it's
for it, but-
yeah. What if it's Adina Menzel with Niecy Nash's nails
Nails.
and she's at bar while you're doing bar just clawing your
That's
hair?
the dream of my life. That is such an odd thing, but when you said it, it felt so good.
So
in
good,
my
so
soul.
right.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that so right?
So fresh and so clean.
What is your click?
Oh,
Eric?
I was like, what are we even talking about anymore?
The show.
Off the rails.
Yeah.
Off the rails.
My click of the week is a new show that I started on the plane, or actually we saw it in Puerto Vallarta. It's called Inside Job, and it's a cartoon on Netflix, and it's all about the deep state, like this company that controls the world. And it makes fun of like all the conspiracy theories that are like currently happening
heard
right
of it.
now. But it kind of like tongue in cheek will be like, oh, that's not really the problem. What really the problem is that we have lizard people that live in the core of the earth.
Oh,
And,
wait,
like,
so conspiracy theories.
it's all about
Oh,
conspiracy
okay,
theories,
I would
but
like
it's
this.
like
I would
they
like this.
like the
I
things
love that
that
shit.
that are actually conspiracy theories now. They're like, that's not the real
Real one.
problem.
This-
The real problem is even crazier. And so
Okay,
it's really
okay.
yeah. And
What is it called again?
it's called Inside Job. It very much reminds me of like not Robot Chicken.
You said Futurama.
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 It's kind of in that same kind of
Yeah.
weirdness, very fast. Lizzie Kaplan is the main star who was the friend in Mean Girls. She
Janice.
was
Oh,
Ian.
Janice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love her.
she's the voice of the main star.
Okay.
And it's funny. I've been really enjoying it lately. So
Nice.
yeah, go watch that.
I love it.
That's a good click. I'm gonna watch that actually because I want to get really stoned.
Yeah,
Everything.
watch
it's a
it.
good one to
I'll
watch.
be happy with that.
Yeah.
Since we're running out of time, mine's gonna be really quick.
Okay.
Mine is gonna be the thing I went to yesterday, the Oddities and Curiosities Expo, because it's
Yeah.
going to be coming all over the U.S. You can get tickets at oddities and curiositiesexpo.com. I think their next place they're going to be is in Kentucky, Louisville.
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 Yeah, and then they go to
Louisville.
Charlottetown, Albuquerque,
Louisville.
Houston, Dallas, Grand Rapids, Tulsa, and a bunch of other locations after that. So they will be touring actually this expo all of 2023 up until November of next year.
Nice.
So they'll be in a city near you. Go check it out. It was a lot of fun, especially if you're into the kooky, magooky, weird, bizarre shit. Go check it out. That's going to be my click of the week.
I love that.
Yeah?
Love it.
Is that good? Is that good?
Yeah.
Is that good to finish this train wreck of a show
We're all
on?
good.
We made it, you
We
guys.
got through it together.
Got through
Should we
this.
Thelma and Louise it? Should we all just
Just
jump
jump
out
off
of
the
Tony's
cliff.
window?
Yeah. This is our swan song. No, I'm kidding. Oh, we didn't even get into Velma. We'll talk about Velma next week.
Yeah.
I have thoughts on this show. I just don't know how I feel about the new Velma cartoon. about
I mean, Eric
Scooby-Doo.
just showed me how skinny Mindy Kaling is.
Yeah.
Oh
Frightened
God,
me.
she's tiny.
Yeah,
Oh,
lollipop.
So much more we're going to talk about next
Lollipop.
week. Wow, they roast me.
Yes.
This is going to be interesting, you guys. But again, if
Oh,
you guys...
remember to send your roast
Yes.
to a real Bryn Mac.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then Bryn's going to go ahead and
Yeah.
read him in her Jennifer
I'll edit
Coolidge,
them.
in her Jennifer Coolidge
voice.
They're trying to murder me.
That's the only way you're allowed to read them is either in your
I'll do it in
Jennifer
my Jennifer Coolidge,
Coolidge
my Australian accent.
or your Australian accent.
Yeah.
I can also do Kermit the Frog if you
No,
want.
thank you. I've heard it.
Fair enough.
How do people find you, Eric?
You can find me on Instagram at Daddy Bear Eric.
Bryn?
A real Bryn Mac on
There
Instagram.
you go. You can follow me at Stony_baloney_macaroni. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
You can follow the podcast at Who Invited Her _podcast. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Who Invited Her. See, I should know this by now, but I always email us at thegang@whoinvitedher.net. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and the notification button. If you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts or even Spotify, leave us a 5-star review and tell us how wonderful we are because we have very low self-esteem and we need it. Also, go to our website, whoinvitedher.net. We have a bunch of merchandise on there. You can buy and support the show. That is it for us. Next week, you're going to see the roasting of yours truly. It'll be highly entertaining. I know that. But that's it for us, everybody. We will see everybody next week. Bye.